Habits can make you, but they can also break you. You become what you think about, but you also become what you do consistently. Those daily habits, some conscious, some unconscious, will determine if your life is successful or unsuccessful, and if your life is enjoyable or miserable. Let's go through some daily habits of the highly successful, the winners, champions, those who consistently perform at the highest level, those who live life to the fullest. They set goals. There's a saying, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else. This is true in business and in life. If you don't have clear targets to shoot toward, you will miss every time. Set goals and then make plans on how you intend to achieve them. When they don't feel like it, they do it anyway. They work when no one is watching. Make it a habit to work your ass off and not to seek recognition or praise for your hard work. No one needs to understand your grind, understand your struggle. You can tell your story when you make it. Far too many people want to be seen as hard workers, but not actually do the work. You want to let your actions do the talking for you. You can't fake results. They prioritize. Most of us humans tend to have far too much on our plate. And believe me, you'll never get it done. You have to learn to prioritize your most important tasks and completely drop the insignificant ones. Make sure you always do the highest reward tasks first. Pay someone to do the lawn and clean the house. You are chasing bigger things. Focus, lock in, and over time, the seeds you plant will grow into greatness.
Let's go!
I've never met a successful human that wasn't obsessed with growing, developing, and learning more. All successful people have this in common. They always want to learn more and be better.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, familia. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. Ready to go ahead and take advantage. It is Thursday. Let's go, Jay. Great for $100K a month in residual income after expenses. I see it. Put in the manifestations out there to the world. So my topic for you guys today is going to be the 12 habits that all successful people understand and they learn to implement it. So before we go ahead and dive in, what are you grateful for the day? Drop your gratitude down below. Grateful to be healthy, grateful for God, grateful for each and every single one of you on the call, grateful to be able to move, grateful to be able to take advantage of the opportunity, and grateful for the abundance and blessings flowing to and through each and every one of you. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, here we go. The 12 habits of all successful people. Y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, number one. The first habit is going to be right here. Most people, they miss the work of network marketing, right? That's right. We're in the industry of MLM. So before we even get started, you've got to be able to understand how powerful the industry that we're in actually is. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but the top two industries that create the most millionaires, number one is real estate, number two is network marketing, right? Network marketing creates more millionaires than media, entertainment, actors, rappers, celebrities combined. Okay, so you've got to be able to understand that coming in. So if you look at the word network, right, you're going to have to take some time and put in the work. And if you haven't understood this as well, there's a reason why they say your network is equivalent to your net worth. So it's worth it for anybody. I don't care what niche you're in. I don't care where you live. I don't care how old you are. It's worth it for anybody to take the time to build your network, right? Because that's one of the most important things any of us can have. I'll give you another example. Let's say everybody here is broke, right? But you have a million friends and you ask every friend for $1. What are you now? You're a millionaire. Why? Because you took the time to build your network. You took the time to build your influence. You took the time to build new relationships. It might be one of the most difficult things you've ever done, but I promise you it will be well worth it if you stay the course and you build your network big. Okay. Number two, creating a culture where ego doesn't get in the way, right? I've seen it. You guys have heard it all the time. I've seen so many, you make a little bit of money and now you stop being coachable. Now you stop being teachable. Now you stop doing all the things that got you to the level that you're looking to go to, right? So that's number one. You've got to be able to get the ego out the window. What does ego stand for? Edging God out, okay? So this is one of the first things. If you can learn this quick, it's going to change the game for you, all right? Number three, people want to know that you're going to be there for them, okay? So if you guys are consistent on social media for 2 days and you take the whole next week and a half off, guess what? They're not going to want to join your business. Why? Because they know you're not consistent. If you're not consistent out there, how are you going to be consistent with them? So understand that the work that you're doing every day for yourself is not just for you, it's for the individuals that are watching you. Because truth be told, if you were to take a step back and just look at your work ethic, look at your social media, would you join yourself? Ask yourself that question. If the answer is no, we need to go ahead and redirect these habits. We need to redirect your routine so you can actually be accessible, so you can be a person of value, okay? Next, number 4, making friendships and utilizing kindness is one of the biggest superpowers that anybody can seriously use, right? If you want more growth in your business, if you want more growth in your relationships, guess what? It starts with kindness. It starts with truly caring and being there, right? That's why anybody that calls me, I make it a priority to go ahead and get back, to go ahead and get the questions answered, because that is what people want. People want to know that you truly care. Be interested and not just interesting, okay? Number 5, rich people don't take vacations. Rich people don't take vacations. Now I'm going to give it to you like this, okay? I'm not going to lie. In literally the past 3 or 4 years, I could count on literally less than 2 fingers how many vacations I've took. Because truth be told, anywhere that I went to travel, I was still working when I went out there. When I went to Jersey, when we went to Vegas, Texas, Atlanta, all these different places. Yes, we're in a different city and state, but guess what? Work was still being done. You know, I wanted to live a life 4 or 5 years ago that, guess what? I didn't have to take a vacation away from my life. I didn't want to have to go to work and then take a vacation away from work. I wanted my life to be a vacation. That's why I put in the chat the other day, who wants to live life with 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday? That's the goal, right? So you can live every day with time freedom. But here's the deal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Even though you guys are going to be willing to sacrifice 3 to 5 years to open up the next 40, that doesn't mean that you're just going to go ahead and retire after 5 years and you don't have to do any more work, right? The work never ends. And I'll give you an example, okay? If people got to a certain amount of money and they just laid off and they could do it, whatever they want to do, yes, you can do that. But if you want to get to an elite level, let's go ahead and look at some of the elites, okay? If that was true, Jeff Bezos would be on the beach every single weekend. If that was true, Elon Musk would be able to go ahead and just let his businesses run. But there's something that exists in every single one of us. You know what that is? It's called progress. Progress equals happiness. Now I'll go ahead and give you another example. If you had the opportunity right now today to go ahead and you had all the money that you wanted, you never had to work, and you could go ahead and hit the beach every day. You can go ahead and do what you wanted. I'm going to be real with you. And when you really think about it, that's going to get boring. That's going to get old. You being able to just go to the beach, do whatever you want, that gets old. That's the beauty of life, is being able to progress, being able to beat the version of yourself that you were yesterday. So at the end of the day, even though I've been traveling all over these past handful of years, it still wasn't necessarily a vacation because I was still working. So if you can learn to work without getting paid, guess what? Now you can essentially be able to travel and get paid to travel, get paid to be you, get paid for your work ethic, okay? Number 6, stop allowing other people to make you feel guilty for wanting to become wealthy, for wanting to step in the best version of yourself, for wanting to achieve a life of time freedom and a life by design. Don't let anybody steal your dream. I call it the birds. Okay, a lot of times when some people get started, their first month, their first 2 months, their first couple weeks, the birds start talking to them. Their grandparents, their father, their best friend, and telling them, yo, this is a scam. You're never going to be able to make it happen. Why are you wasting so much time? To be honest, this was me. This was something that I dealt with directly for a long time at the beginning, even still today. The same people that told me this was a scam are still doing the same thing 4, 5, 6 later, right? That said this was a scam. They're still chilling at McDonald's. They're still chilling at mom's, or they're still confused about money. So anybody that has something negative to say about what it is that you're doing, here's what I need you to remember. If you're not willing to switch bank accounts, lifestyles, cars, houses, you shouldn't be willing to accept their opinion. And that's what changed the game for me. Because anybody who was telling me what I was doing wasn't going to work, you know what? They don't make more than $50,000 a year. Even my father, he told me trading was never going to be able to work. But how can somebody tell me how to make 6 or 7 figures if they've never done it? It's kind of like a travel agent. They're telling you about how to get somewhere, about somewhere that they've never even gone to. So stop letting people that don't have the value, that don't have the credentials, tell you what you're doing is not going to work. It's not going to be able to happen for you. Because I'm telling you, as long as you can see the vision, that's all that matters. And guess what? My father's currently in my business. He trades. He's got NFT now, and he's in the metaverse. So sometimes your biggest hater will end up becoming your biggest fan. Number 7, income is not the only measure of success. Income is not the only measure of success, right? Believe it or not, success is different to everybody. To some of you guys, success might be getting in an RV and being able to travel all over the world. Some of you guys, it might be a mansion in the hills. Success is different to everybody, but here's what I know, okay? If you don't take the time to figure out what success is to you, you're going to live a very dull and mundane life because you're not going to wake up excited. You're not going to wake up with any abundance to go after every day that you guys get up. So for me, what does success look like for me? Right here, 5 to 6 pillars. This is what success looks like for me. And watch this. Notice how income is last. You ready? Here's real success to me. The 6 pillars of life: building my family, building my body, building my mindset, building my faith, building my society, and finances. Okay? So if you really look at that, family, mind, body, faith, society, finances, that comes last. So if you can develop all these other pillars of your life first, guess what's going to follow naturally? Your finances. Some people make a lot of money, but you haven't built your mindset. You haven't built your spirituality. So you wonder why you make it and it falls quick. That's because you built the house with sticks. I'm showing you how to build it with concrete. Okay? So that's what you should focus on. It's way deeper than just money. Number 8, got about 4 more for you. Have an abundance mentality. Every day that you wake up, there's 2 sides that you get to walk on. You ready? You get to walk into a life of lack, or you get to walk into a life of abundance. Before you go to sleep every single night, are you excited to wake up for the next morning, or are you dreading to wake up to step into the next miserable day that you guys did yesterday? You have to believe that in a week from now, in a month from now, in 6 months, in a year from now, tomorrow, you can live a completely different life strictly by changing a couple of different things. You ready? Number 1, your self-awareness. Number 2, your self-image. Number 3, your self-talk. You've got to be able to change all these 3 things before the outer world ever changes. How do you talk to yourself every day? What do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Are you unhappy with your body? Are you unhappy with what you look like? Guess what? It starts with making the mental decision that you can go out and change your body. You can change what you eat today. You can change the time that you go to bed. You can change the time that you guys get up, but you have to be willing to make the decision. Nothing is going to happen until you go out and make the decision that you can become more. But to become more, you have to what? You have to do more. Okay. Number 9, this is a profession. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but guess what? This is a multi-million dollar business. Okay. We have mentors making upward of $750,000, not a year, but a month. So if you haven't caught this already, not only do we have people making over damn near $1 million a month residually, we've got people with 6, 7, 8-figure trading accounts on the trading side. So you've got to realize we have multiple different professions, right? You can make multiple figures over here, but what if you put them together? That's what we have. You guys can get in a $1 trillion market, whether we're diving into crypto. You guys can get into a multi-billion dollar market as far as network marketing goes, if you're willing to go ahead and take the chance to become a professional. Amateurs join, professionals launch. You see, you're going to treat this like a hobby. It's going to pay you like a hobby. And guess what? Hobbies normally cost you money. So 4, 5, 6 years ago, I made the decision to treat this like a profession. Okay. If you want to make serious money, you've got to take this thing seriously. Is it easy? No. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You're going to lose trades. You're going to have your close family probably tell you it's not going to work. But this is entrepreneurship at its finest. Being able to what? Follow the masses and do the opposite. So as you step out into the road less traveled, you're going to go against the grain. You're going to hit some turbulence. But this is why it's so important to read, to tap into these Zoom calls, to get on these go lives, to really listen to your mentor. This is how you're going to cut the learning curve, to attend events. Okay. 3 more. Number 10, become an artist in the industry. Right? Believe it or not, no matter what industry you're in, you're an artist. You can get paid to be you. You can get paid for your work ethic if you're an entrepreneur, which every single one of you guys are. How are you guys going to go ahead and portray to the world your skills, your talents, and your ideas? It's real simple. You've got to make a decision. Now you've got to go ahead and put it out there. Are you great at singing? Are you great at speaking? Are you great at writing? What are you great at that the world needs to see? Everybody's unique in their own way. So you need to do one of two things. You need to focus on your strengths. You need to delegate your weaknesses. So double down on what you're really good at. If you guys are great at speaking, it's time for you guys to get on the video. If you're afraid to get on the video, it's time for you guys to make a podcast and start putting out your voice. What specialized knowledge do you really have that you can go out and give value, right? Figure out what you're naturally good at, focus on that. Now go use that to go stand out. All right. For me, it's my body. For me, it's fitness. For me, it's the mindset. For me, it's going out and I'm an athlete, right? So I like to portray being the best at whatever it is that I do. That's why I'm always going to the gym. That's why I'm always showing myself personally developing. That's what I want to portray, because whatever you put out, you're going to attract. I don't want to just put out money, because I'm going to attract somebody that just wants money. 30 days go by, the money's not there and they quit. I want to attract somebody that sees the work ethic, the passion, the determination, the organization, the scheduling, the habits. And that's the type of leader I'm going to attract in my business. Whatever you put out, you're going to attract. All right. 2 more for you. 11. Don't compare yourself to anybody that you see that's successful. Don't do it. Don't compare your chapter 2 to somebody's chapter 10 or chapter 20. You know why? Because they probably have a little bit more time in the game than you. And that's what my mentor always told me. He said, "D, you know what the biggest difference between me and you is? It's actually real simple. I just have a little bit more time and experience than you." So many of you guys, you're looking at people that are winning and you're asking yourself, like, yo, how come I'm not in their shoes yet? You know what you need to know? Everybody sees the glitter, the sun, the materialistic things. But guess what? You don't see all the negative times. You don't see the dirt. You don't see the dark times where they were crying, asking themselves, like, yo, is this for me? Can I really make this happen? I could tell you guys literally every chairman that you know. I can show you their underdog story. I can show you the story that you really don't know. Brandon Boyd has 6 kids. Now he's a chairman 100. He was broke and he had to file bankruptcy 10 years ago. Alex Morton barely graduated college. Okay. We can keep going for days. Matt and Jason. Jason Brown was $70K in debt getting out of college. Matt Rosen was delivering Chinese food and pizza before he got started inside of this industry. So you guys see all the sun and glimmer, but you don't see the struggles and the hardship they had to go through to get to that point, myself included. 4 or 5 years ago, I was in my car. I was showering in LA. I would literally have to go into LA Fitness, go take a shower, and I would brush my teeth inside of LA Fitness, literally go right back into my car to go do meetings, go do events. And people had no idea the life that I was living. So when you see the lifestyle, when you see the houses, don't judge too quickly, because you don't know what they might have had to go through to get to that point. Last one. Number 12. You ready? When you're good at what you do, people are going to ask you what it is that you do. You know what's crazy? I've got people that didn't believe in me a year, 2, 4, 5 years ago. Guess what? They're in my inbox now. They're in my inbox. They're like, yo, D, I've seen you consistent. I've seen you been grinding year after year. I've seen you been traveling. I'm ready to go ahead and take the jump. So my question to you is, are you ready to be consistent long enough for people to go ahead and finally make the decision? Say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of having somebody tell me what to do. I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to live a life of time freedom. Can you show me the way? Everybody's looking for somebody to follow. I don't care who you look at, who's out there. They're looking for somebody to follow in one way, shape, form, or another. So that's my training for you guys on the 12 habits that you can go ahead and utilize into your life. And I'm telling you, if you put these to work, the game is going to drastically change for you. So if you guys got any value from that, smash the like button down below. Drop some 7s if you guys are ready to go ahead and step into the best version of yourself and go out and create massive abundance, not just in your life, but in those that are closest to you. So family, it is your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. You can be, do, or have whatever it is that you hold right here in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand, family. Let's grow. It's game time.